And next up we have a wonderful treat for you. We have Trish Rock, who is going to be speaking to us about life harmony, from chaos to control. So if you've got a bit of chaos in your life, it's a very hectic world out there, and we're all very, very time poor and busy rushing around. So if you're feeling chaotic and you want to find out about how to bring control into your life and harmony into your life, the beautiful Trish Rock is going to be talking to you. And Trish is from booth 15, so if later on if you want to have a word with Trish, you'll find her at booth 15. Okay, thank you very much, Trish.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming. The Health Harmony and Soul Festival. It's pretty good, isn't it? Fantastic festival, lots of wonderful people. And today I'm going to talk to you about harmony. I'm talking to you about life harmony, from chaos to control. Now I want you to picture this, a beautiful big rainbow. It's bright, it's colourful, it's just brilliant, and it's just there in the sky and you see it. How does that make you feel? Makes you feel like you want to smile, makes you feel hopeful, makes you feel happy, uplifted. Now, how do you feel when you see a grey sky? It's dark, it's gloomy. You feel dark and gloomy, right? So I want to ask you this. Do you have more rainbow days in your life than grey days? Or do you have more grey days in your life than rainbow days? What if you could feel like a rainbow day every day, in every moment? What if you could choose to feel like that right now? What if, even if it was a grey day, you could still feel like it was a rainbow day? So today, I want to introduce you to a concept called energy choice. This is where you get to choose how you feel. Every moment of every day, it's actually your choice. Now, a lot of us don't believe that we've got the power to do that, but we do actually have the power in every moment to choose how we feel. And often we give that power away, and we end up blaming other people. You know, if they weren't doing that, I would feel happy. If that wasn't that way, I would feel better. If he didn't say that, I would feel more happy. And that really is where we lose our power. And that's when we allow other people to control how we feel. But it's actually our choice how we feel in every moment. So how do you take back that power? How do you take that power when you are feeling very chaotic and everything is firing at you and it's a bad day and it's a bad grey day? It's really a matter of just connecting with yourself and taking back that inner power, and I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can do that very shortly. Now, another way also that we lose our power is through other people's energy, and this is something to really be aware of, especially if you're an empath, which most of you probably are here. So we can really take on people's energy around us. So have you ever had one of those days where you wake up, you feel great, and then just out of the blue, all of a sudden you're angry or you're upset, all of a sudden you're just different. This is normally because you've taken on somebody else's energy. And so when this happens to me, I'm very aware of it, and I just ask the question now, and this is something that you can do as well. Just ask the question, who owns this energy? And just sweep your body and send it back to them with love. And you'll find if it's somebody else's energy, it will go. You don't need to do a complicated process. Just sweep your body, say, who does this belong to? I'll send it back with love. And if it's actually your energy that's feeling clunky, then you need to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way at the moment, and how can I change this and feel joy again? And the third way that we do lose our power is through some of our subconscious beliefs. Some of them not even from this lifetime. And some of those beliefs will affect the way that we feel and affect the choices of how we feel. Now, we can peel back the onion of all of that for a whole lifetime. Or, well, obviously we're all kind of doing that anyway in our personal development. But you can, in every moment, just choose to feel joy and have that rainbow day, if you want to. It really is a choice. So chaos to control. I want to talk a little bit about control now. What is it exactly that we try to control? Is it other people? What they do, how they act, what they say? Is it other circumstances, situations that we try to control? You know, anything outside of ourselves that we attempt to control, we lose our power. Because the only thing that we can control is ourselves and our own feelings, and our own thoughts, and our own actions, and our own reactions. But we do give away our power to other people, and sometimes we expect people to give their power away when we try to control them. And that really causes a lot of chaos, and you can really start feeling out of alignment, and that inner harmony seems like it's never going to happen. And usually it's the chaos of expecting outcomes, trying to control outcomes or people or things that you can't control, because all you can control is yourself. So one of the ways to bring more harmony to yourself and to not have that chaos and to experience that beautiful inner peace is to just remember that you can only control how you're feeling right now in this moment, and nothing outside of yourself. And when we start blaming other people and have that victim mindset of, if this wasn't happening, or if they didn't do that, all of that outside of ourself stuff, that really creates a lot of inner chaos. So inner harmony, what is it? Is it the rainbow day? Is it that beautiful day when everything's going perfectly? You've got the Midas touch. Everyone's happy. People are nice to you. People smile. You might win the lottery. One of those days. Is that inner harmony? Yes. What about the grey days? When everything's clunky. People are mean. Nothing goes your way. You miss out on all the car parks. What about one of those days? Is that inner harmony? Yes. Everything is inner harmony, because everything is about acceptance, and it's about accepting everything, because it's all part of our experience. And without the whole, you're not having an experience. So rather than resisting those things that you may not like so much, by accepting everything and then in that moment changing your mind about it, you really do have a lot of inner peace and that calm and that harmony within, which is not only good for you in that moment, but it's also very good for the people around you. It's also good for your health. And we really do have the power to change our feelings from chaos to joy whenever we choose. And when we honour ourselves and make that decision to feel good, we're actually honouring everybody, and we're actually changing everything, because our energy ripples out into the universe and affects everybody. And the same thing in the opposite. If we're having those thoughts of criticism, of judgment, negativity, that energy surrounds us and ripples out into the universe and affects everybody. So the inner harmony that we want to see in our life actually starts in here. And if your life is feeling a bit chaotic on the outside now, it's actually the chaos that's happening on the inside, because everything starts in here and then you will see it on the outside. And we are really powerful beings. We're more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. We really do choose everything in every moment, and our reality is up to us. And harmony encompasses all areas of life. Money, jobs, career, all of that. Wherever you're experiencing disharmony, you can choose a different thought about it. And now the saying that you will probably all recognise, I'll believe it when I see it, it's actually the reverse. And you will actually see it when you believe it. And that's a fabulous saying if you have somewhere in your house or your car that you want to put up a note. I'll see it when I believe it. Because as soon as you believe in something, it will show up. That's how it works. That's the law. The law of life. Now when I work with people, I find it really interesting the alignment of our chakras to different areas in our lives that may be out of alignment. And I know that a couple of speakers today have spoken a lot about chakras, and they really are very important. And when you can correlate them to an area of your life and you can make those changes, everything changes. So my story of how I got into energy work was a few years back, and I was working in a business, my business, and I was working so hard and so many hours, and you know, I was successful in quite a few areas, but I wasn't financially successful. And it was so frustrating, and for anyone who's been in business, you will know it's so frustrating when you're putting all the hours in and it's not coming back to you as financial reward. And then you have all those feelings of something's wrong with me, I'm no good, I can't do it, she can do it, why can't I do it? And you really get down on yourself, it's just no good. But then the universe sent me a really beautiful gift of some people and some information that really introduced me to the chakra energy and why my life was going the way it was. So what happened was, I had been working on the top 4 chakras, on my heart chakra, my throat, my third eye and my crown, because I was expressing myself and communicating. I wanted to open my heart to love, and that's all I thought I needed. But as soon as I found out what the lower chakras meant and started working on them, everything changed. So I started working on my root chakra, which is all about grounding and security and stability and financial flow, because you take action. That's what that chakra's for. And the next one is your creativity, your relationships, and then the solar plexus, which is your confidence, your presence. So as soon as I started working on those 3 chakras, everything changed. And I thought, wow, this is powerful. People need to know about this, because it's not just a thing that people say, oh, you need your chakras balanced. It truly is a mirror of your life. And to find out where your chakras need some work, or do it the other way around, find out, you know, where does your life need some work, it will correlate to one of the chakra areas. And I just want to tell you about a couple of my clients. I had one recently who's absolutely brilliant in business. And she, I don't know, it was just feeling out of alignment for her and she didn't know why. So she came in and saw me. And we did some work and we found out that she was actually skimming all the way around who she truly was. She was putting everything into place that she was told to, or what she thought people wanted. She was doing everything, but she wasn't operating from here, from her inner self. And as soon as we figured this out, it just all made sense to her as to why things weren't flowing. So she's put some changes in place now to actually flow from that truth of who she is. And she probably will encompass a lot of these things that she had going around, but it made total sense to her. And you know, this is the power of energy. So she will be working on her some different chakras than she was working on. And then I had another client in recently who was having real relationship problems at home, to the point where her and her partner were sleeping in separate houses sometimes because they were just at each other's throats. So when we started talking, it turns out that really her and her partner didn't have anything personally that they were fighting about. They were both out of alignment at work. They were really in chaos at work. And then they would come home and the chaos would encompass both of them. And it was such a breakthrough for her to realise that and to make some changes. So what they both do now is they leave work and then they get into their own power. They make the changes to their chaos and then they meet up at home when they're in their own power. And so they're not fighting anymore because the fight was never about them. The fight was about work, and some changes have happened at work too because of some other work that we did. So I would encourage you to have a look at any areas in your life where you are feeling a little bit chaotic or you're fighting, and it's not always as it seems, and it may not be that area. It may be somewhere else where you're feeling out of alignment, but it carries on into another area of your life. So I just want to go through the chakras and give you a few pointers on how you can determine maybe where you might be out of alignment. Now the body's got 114 chakras and 72,000 energy points. We're getting it from everywhere, right? And it really is easy to see where you're out of alignment with the 7 most common chakra points. So the root chakra, this is about our connection to earth and to the physical. And as physical beings here, as humans, we need money, we need possessions to survive in the physical world. So this area here keeps us grounded, keeps us connected to the physical. So if you're experiencing any lack of financial flow like I would definitely work on that area. If you're feeling not grounded, if you're not feeling secure or safe, I would definitely work on that area there. Your sacral chakra is about relationships, creativity, it's also about emotions, and this was a big one for me. I was just an emotional wreck, plus I'm a Cancerian, which doesn't help, but now I can really check in with that, and I don't make decisions from an emotional place, and I can see the difference between if I'm emotional or whether I am actually feeling something. There's a bit of a difference there. So that's that area. If you are feeling emotional and kind of out of control in that area, I would work on that area. Now your solar plexus, this is our power center. So if you're not feeling confident, you're not feeling empowered, definitely work on that center there. Your throat chakra is about expression and communication, and it's not necessarily talking. It could be drawing, could be writing, singing, however you like to express yourself, and how to express your truth of yourself. So my client that was in business and wasn't operating from her inner self, she wasn't operating from the truth of who she was. She was operating from other people's truths. So, you know, she kind of found her voice and her authenticity and felt more in alignment, and then you have a better energy and you attract more business. It's all connected. The third eye chakra is your intuition, and if you are coming from a thinking space all the time or logic, then tapping into your third eye and perhaps increasing the flow of that area will help with that intuition and listening to those inner voices. You know, you've kind of got a logic voice here and your third eye voice here, and often we just listen to the logical one when really this one here is telling the truth. So tap into there. And then your crown chakra is actually the connection to all areas, to divinity. And, you know, if you're feeling anxious or stressed or disconnected really, definitely work in that area, because we are all connected. We're connected to everything and everyone, and just big balls of energy really. If we kind of just disappeared the humanness right now, we'd all just be little lights of energy, so we are really all connected. And so how do I help people? Well, I help people in a couple of ways. I talk with people about what their alignment issues are, and then Spirit normally comes in and tells me the truth of it. Because as humans we kind of think this is the area that's wrong, but oftentimes it's not. So I connect with Spirit, and I also help people with their flow of their chakras. And so what I do is I physically spin them, and when we're in a session. So I just use my hands and I physically get them spinning. And it's really interesting to me that everybody's chakras are so different and unique, like we are as people. So some people, when I'm working on them, I've got really like small circles but it's very fast. Other people have got really big wide circles of energy, but they go slower. It's really fascinating stuff. So I work on that and get them spinning, and you know, some of the results are amazing. Before people, you know, even get off the table, that you can just see they're different because there's energy flowing all through their system. So that's how I help people, and it's just really beautiful to see, especially when people are out of alignment, that actually how easy it is to, I mean, it's not an instant fix, but it gets you into that flow so that you can then be free to explore that area of your life, because you're not feeling out of alignment there. And yeah, I would highly encourage you to have your chakras balanced and know that they are all in balance. Or, as I said before, if there's a part of your life that's out of balance, go and see someone about that, and then have that area of energy flow better for you. Now, something I really like to do also is something that you can all do as well, because sometimes it is really hard when you're having one of those grey days and everything's just fired at you. It's very hard to just get centered and breathe and come back to yourself. So I've got a beautiful little exercise that I'd like to teach you. It's very easy. Now this hand symbol here, not this one because this is rock and roll, this hand symbol here is the sign language for love. And so what I do is I just find a space somewhere if I'm feeling like I really need to get back into myself. And I just put this over my heart and I just close my eyes, take a deep breath, and I say, oh, I'll just do it now for you. This is something you can all do. So you just close your eyes, a deep breath, and you say, I love, I love, I love. And one more deep breath. And instantly you'll just feel yourself come back in. And you can do it with two hands, one hand. It's similar to the water experiments by Dr. Emoto, where you have your positive, loving words on water. It made the water crystals look absolutely beautiful. Well, we're made of water too, so really doing that and being loving to yourself will really bring you back into yourself. Yes. Oh, didn't I? Oh, sorry. So your heart chakra, if it's not flowing, you'll feel negative, you'll feel neutral emotions, and you know that people say your heart's closed. Yeah, you'll feel like that. The heart is being open to love, and not just love of people, but love of everything. Because love essence is really what we all have flowing through us. And yeah, and so to actually open your heart and feel that, yeah, you can just instantly connect with everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So just to go over what I've said, just to wrap up, inner harmony is an internal energy. It is an inner energy. And everything that's in here will reflect on the outside. And sometimes it's hard to see that. It certainly used to be for me. It's like, that can't be my fault, right? But there's no blame, there's nothing here, no blame, no faults. But to take responsibility about how we're feeling and about what shows up in our life is really empowering. Because no one can control you then. You are the only person in control of yourself. No one else can control you, and you can't control anybody else. And if you do, you'll be just chaotic all the time, because no one will ever perform the way you want them to. It's impossible to control everyone. We really can choose. And you know, this life is experiencing itself through us. It's such a blessing to be here, because life is experiencing itself through us. And if we can really be grateful for that every day, it makes a big difference to our energy. And life thrives through us. Life thrives through you. And you will also thrive through life if you allow it. And you are enough, and you matter. It's really important, and it's one of the biggest messages, I think, in life. Because we start off knowing that we matter, right, as a baby, and then stuff happens, and then we have to relearn it. So we do matter, and we are enough. And we actually have the power within us right now to choose how we feel. So if you'd like to come and see me, I'm at booth 15. I've got a beautiful range of chakra candles that have the most beautiful energy with them that really make a difference in people's homes. And they've made a big difference in the lives of my clients. So I'd love to see if you want to come down and talk to me down there. And my friend Jo is doing astrology readings. She's fabulous as well, if you'd like to book in for one of those. So thank you very much. Is there any questions? You'll come and see me? Okay. Thank you very much.